electric toothbrush or manual toothbrush? Which one is better for you? According to many studies, they are supposed to be the same. They're supposed to do the exact same job if you spend the time and energy and do it correctly. So I'm going to talk about both of them and how you're supposed to use them. First of all, let's talk about manual toothbrush, which basically everybody used all the time till a few years ago, where the electric toothbrushes became very popular. Electric toothbrush does the same work for you. The only difference is that it does the job and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to put a timer on and say, I'm going to use this for 2 minutes. Manual toothbrush, you have to make sure that you tilt it 45 degrees toward your gum lines and do brush your gum lines too. That's why we would usually recommend a soft or a medium toothbrush, because if you're going to brush your gum lines and you go with a hard toothbrush and you don't pay attention and you're going to press it very hard, eventually you're going to rub away your gums and create gum recession, which is not ideal because gums are foundations around your teeth. If gums are damaged, teeth will get loose and eventually you lose them. With manual toothbrush, you have to make sure that you are using it for 2 minutes, so 30 seconds each quadrant of your mouth. You have to make sure that you brush every area and you are using it correctly, as I said, 45 degrees angle toward your gum line, so you're also brushing your gum. You're not only brushing the teeth, you're also cleaning under your gums, which is the area you get a lot of plaque, build up, bacteria and bugs accumulate. Then why would you use an electric toothbrush? If you buy a correct one, it has a timer. You can connect it to an app to your phone if you really want to do it correctly, and it will basically time you and tell you now it has been 30 seconds, move over to the next quadrant. That way you will not pay attention to one area more and one area less. Not to mention, it will do the work for you. You don't need to do anything. You just hold the toothbrush, the electric toothbrush, correctly toward your tooth, and it's going to move around and clean and leave the surface of your teeth really clean, bacteria free for a while, and it also makes sure that it leaves it very smooth. I personally can tell when I use an electric toothbrush the difference of the feeling that I have on the surface of my teeth compared to when I use a manual toothbrush. It just leaves the surface much squeaky cleaner than the manual toothbrush. On the other hand, what is the danger of using electric toothbrush? You can so easily damage your gums. You can create gum recession, which is called an abrasion, because of brushing too hard. So you're gonna hold this machine that's working anyways, and if you press too hard or if you start using the motion that you use with your manual toothbrush, it's gonna rub away your gums. So what are you supposed to do? Which one's better? First of all, whatever works for you. If manual toothbrush is working for you perfectly, if you're a hygienist or a health therapist or a dentist is telling you that you're doing an amazing job, then you can stick with it if that makes sense to you, if that's what you use most. If you're using an electric toothbrush, make sure you buy one that tells you when you press hard, because there are newer versions that if you push too hard, it goes red or it gives you an alarm, and then you know that you're pressing too hard and you're not going to rub away your own gums. Now, electric toothbrush has heads that you have to change compared to manual toothbrush where you have to chuck out the whole brush and get a new one. The head has to be changed as often as your manual toothbrush has to be changed, basically every 3 months. After that, it's just bugs in it, it's not clean, and it has to be changed so you have a fresh one. Or if you got sick, if you have a flu, if you were vomiting, you have to completely change your toothbrush right after. For electric, you change the head, for manual, you change the whole thing. For the heads that you can use for electric toothbrush, you can buy different versions. There are ones that are softer on the tooth, and there are ones that are for orthodontic treatments. They really go in between your brackets and braces and wires and make sure that they leave it cleaner. So there are so many options when it comes to electric toothbrush. Depending on the brand you use, they have different heads. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you get the softest possible, because as I said, the machine is working already. You don't want to add force to it and rub away your gums. Thank you so much for watching. If you had any questions, if there was something I haven't explained, you can comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.